Here we have a problem that says, let f and g be continuous functions with f of 2 equals 5 if the limit as x approaches 2 of f of x plus 1/2 of g of x is equal to 12, then the limit as x approaches 2 of g of x is equal to what? So we're essentially going to be using limit properties for this problem, and some relevant limit properties. I like to use a formula sheet that I will link down in the description that I find very helpful in calculus. So take a look down there if you don't have these properties. But both of these properties say that to assume that the limit as x approaches a of f of x and the limit as x approaches a of g of x both exist and c is any number. And so then we can say, one thing we can say is that the limit as x approaches a of f of x plus or minus g of x, we can write that as the limit as x approaches a of f of x, and then plus or minus the limit as x approaches a of g of x. So if it was plus here, it would be plus here. If it was minus here, it would be minus here. So using that idea, we can separate this problem into two limits. So we can say that the limit as x approaches 2 of f of x plus the limit as x approaches 2 of 1/2 of g of x is equal to 12. So now we've separated into two separate limits using this property. And we are given in the problem that f of 2 is equal to 5. So since f of 2 is equal to 5, because the function f is continuous, that tells us that the limit as x approaches 2 of f of x is the same thing as f of 2. So let's substitute 5 in for that term. Now we'll bring down the rest of the problem, plus the limit as x approaches 2 of 1/2 g of x is equal to 12. Well, another relevant property is that if we have the limit as x approaches a of c times f of x, that is equal to c times the limit as x approaches a of f of x. So what this is saying is if we have a coefficient on our function, we can pull that out of the limit and put it out in front. So using that property, we can pull the 1/2 through the limit and put it in the front. We can rewrite the problem as 5 plus 1/2 times the limit as x approaches 2 of g of x is equal to 12. So now, since we're wanting to solve for the limit as x approaches 2 of g of x, we can treat that essentially as our variable and solve algebraically. So now if we subtract 5 on both sides, we get 1/2 times the limit as x approaches 2 of g of x is equal to 12 minus 5 is 7. And then finishing to solve, we can multiply both sides by 2 to get rid of the 1/2 on the left, because this 2 and that 2 will cancel out. And it gives us the limit as x approaches 2 of g of x is equal to 12. 7 times 2 is 14, So this problem the solution would be 14. So I hope that this step-by-step solution was helpful. If it was, please like the video and share with anybody who you think might benefit also from this video. Also, subscribe to my channel if you'd like to get notified, or subscribe to the channel and ring the bell if you would like to get notified when I make new videos so that you can take a look. Well, happy studies, and thanks for watching.